everyone, how are you doing? Got to talk about this, haven't I? I said I'd pre-record something today, here it is. Race report, UK not deliberately rigged against ethnic minorities. Well, blow me down, it's only something we've all known for years. Blow me down. It's only a fact that we've all been well aware of for years. Let's have a quick look, shall we? The UK no longer has a system rigged against people from ethnic minorities, a review set up by Number 10 says. The Commission on Race and Ethnic Disparities said family structure and social class had a bigger impact than race on how people's lives turned out. It said children from minority ethnic communities did as well or better than white pupils. But some overt racism remained, particularly online. Well, fuck me. What do you want us to do? Remove the brains of the populace? Of course there's going to be overt racism, just as there's going to be overt everything. It's the internet. There's 7 billion people on there. Of course you're going to get some nasty fucking bastards. Doesn't mean the world's ruined, does it? Doesn't mean the patriarchy, the cishet patriarchal scum. It just means people are free to be dicks on the internet. It's fine. The Runnymede Trust said it felt let down by the report. Yeah, because you're professional victims. And you want to believe the worst. But unfortunately for you, reality is always correct. Yeah, you might not think so, but reality is always correct. You can think that black kids do way worse than white kids at school, probably because you're a little bit racist, but the fact is, BME kids do better than white working class kids. In every important metric we can measure, they do better than white working class kids. Therefore, no issues. Tell yourself there's an issue because you have a low opinion of the BME community. Tell yourself there's an issue because you want there to be, because then it'll help you to push your ridiculous communist ideology. Tell yourself that it's the opposite because you don't like whitey and you think, we're only doing much better than them. In actual fact, we should be doing so much better than them that we can just lock them all in a safe and throw them in the sea. No. You lads are getting looked after. Thanks very much. You lads are getting more time, money, effort and resources than the average white working class white kid. So stop whinging. Stop whinging. It's a fact, not just my opinion, it's a fact. There are numerous metrics that display this fact, so wind your neck in. Yeah? The main findings were children from ethnic minority communities did as well or better than white pupils in compulsory education, with black Caribbean pupils the only group to perform less well. Alright, so all of them except these guys, so that's an anomaly. Whatever they're doing wrong, who knows? Let's figure it out together, shall we? The success has transformed British society over the last 50 years into offering far greater opportunities for all. The pay gap between all ethnic minorities and the white majority population had shrunk to 2.3% overall and was barely significant for employees under 30. Pretty good that, isn't it? I'm assuming the fact that they are outnumbered 10 to 1 may also skew the figures because there's going to be more millionaires and billionaires, isn't there, that skew those numbers. Diversity's increased in professions such as law and medicine, but some communities are haunted by historic racism. Well, what can we do about that? Other than what we are doing, like putting BME people everywhere you can think of. Anne Boleyn. We can have a black Anne Boleyn, and yet they'll say you have to be disabled to play a disabled person. You have to be gay to play a gay person. They'll go, oh, Alan Turing's been making a film about Alan Turing. Oh, he has to be gay, whoever plays him. And you're like, hang on, that's not acting then, is it? They go, shut up. If he hasn't spat a few sailors' cocks out in the last few years, he can't play Alan Turing, because that's fairness. And we go, okay, a bit weird, but whatever. Then they go, well, disabled, Stephen Hawking. No, you have to get a real Raspberry Ripple to play Stephen Hawking. Of course you do. That's what you have to do. It's only fair. And we go, bit weird, not acting. Still, not acting, is it? It's just rolling a guy in and going, just be yourself. That's not acting. But we go, fine, okay, we'll meet you halfway. And then you go, oh, pasty ginger queen from 600 years ago. Let's just make Whoopi Goldberg take that part. That's fine. George Best. They're going to make a film about George Best, the legendary lady slayer. Let's put Boy George in there. That's fine. Boy George is massively into cock, but it doesn't matter because it's acting. It's acting. What? But it's only acting if you happen to be a white bloke. Yeah. It's not right in Britain. There's an unfairness at work. But after those examples and the educational example, I feel as if it's not fair towards a different community. But what do I know? And who cares about working class chavs anyway? They only live in council estates. They like being covered in filth and sores and scabies. They love scabies. In Middlesbrough, they fucking love scabies. They cannot get enough scabies. It's their favourite. They take to scabies like a duck to water. The Commission's report concluded that the UK is not a post-racial country, but its success in removing race-based disparity in education and to a lesser extent the economy should be regarded as a model for other white majority countries. Boom shakalaka. Dr. Sewell here, well, let's see what he has to say.
No one denies, and no one in the report is saying racism doesn't exist. We found anecdotal evidence of this. However, what we did find was the evidence of actual institutional racism. No, that wasn't there. We didn't find that in our report. What we have seen...
Whoa, there isn't any of that. Well, it sounds to me like Tony Sewell there is just another white supremacist, isn't he? What a horrible man. I think he should be cancelled. We should send him to Moonbase 1 out the way so he can't poison everybody with his toxic white supremacy. Who can we get to really represent the black community? So yeah, done. Britain, fantastic country, free country, fair country, happy country, welcoming country. Tony Sewell, he's on the ball, he knows the crack, and you should too. If you've been convinced that you're a victim because you've got a head full of cow shit, or you attended a standard university nowadays who are only interested in sucking every ounce of knowledge and wisdom out of your head and replacing it with communist rhetoric, go and read the report, have a word with Tony, and come back to me when you are a normal, happy, go-lucky British citizen of unnoble origin. Nobody cares. All we care about is what's in your heart and what's in your head, and that you love this great country. And it is a great country because it allows people like Tony Sewell to come over, settle down, have a wife and family in a nice house, and talk sense on TV. What a fantastic place to live, eh? Well done, Tony. You'll do for me, fella. And just to give you some final straws in the wind for anybody who goes, oh yeah, well they might be happier and live longer and get a better education and get more university places and get every blah blah blah, but what about the police killing them all? Here's your evidence right here, lads. How many people die in police custody in England and Wales that happen to have a bit of a tan? Well, let's check it out, shall we? Over the past 10 years, 164 people died in police custody. In 10 fucking years. Can you believe we had riots about our police? 10 years. 164 people die over 10 years in peculiar wanking incidents. I mean, it's got to be pretty... 164 people a year must die with the cock in their hand. Like, that's how rare it is getting killed by coppers in Britain. 164. And of them, 13 were black. In 10 fucking years. In 10 years. And if you look at the proportion of people arrested who end up dying in police custody, the only group that's more likely to die in police custody is whitey. There's the figures in black and white, boys and girls, black and white, as a percentage of people arrested and as a percentage of people dying in custody. They are underrepresented. So even in that, if you thought that was your get out of jail card, sorry boys and girls, you're wrong again. Owen, you're wrong again. You probably got used to that by now, son. You're always fucking wrong, but you're wrong again. Bad news. So there you go. There's the numbers. There's the figures. Tony will keep you right. And if you happen to be an ethnic minority in the UK, you are even less likely to die in custody than the natives. So let's finish on that happy note, and I wish you all a pleasant evening. I also wish I was fortunate enough to be of an ethnic minority, so I could have had the chance to go to a good school rather than the festering shit pit in Middlesbrough that I attended. I mean, that was the only good thing about it. Free smokes for all the kids. At the time, I thought it was pretty good. In hindsight, not the best start to my life in school. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like it, share it, and subscribe if you haven't. Surely you already have, unless you're a maniac, but do that. Thanks for watching, guys. See you very soon. Cheers.